Because not broken. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure. Welcome to this gathered round a fire commiserating the death of a halfling time that we like to call the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign. I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends.
It's true.
But,
We hardly knew him.
Indeed. Yes, as we experienced last time, there was quite a lengthy fight between these folks and some sort of thing that had stepped out of a portal of some sort. They believe some dark place, probably Shadowfell-esque thing. They had stomped through the forest, found some living things, and then started stringing them up. It was a hangman's tree. It used one of the bodies ceaselessly as a weapon to try and take out these folks, but due to my absolutely appalling rolling, very little damage or anything happened apart from you beating this creature senseless, which was
Because
quite...
it couldn't stay standing.
Sorry?
Because it couldn't stay standing.
It literally couldn't stand up because you get knocking it down. But even so, it should have done quite a lot more damage. It didn't. That looks really weird with those all together.
I'm missing a D20.
Ooh.
You discovered this last time, and you were going to find it. And you didn't. No, I'll tell you what it is.
Yes.
Why did you have my D20?
It's in that bag. I don't know why.
But where's the D20 from that set?
It's there.
Don't touching other people's dice.
I've not been.
There could be wars of
You
before
don't put them
this.
away and leave them
That
screwed
dice
on the
is
table.
well and truly
Dogs-
contaminated now.
Yeah, has to be
So,
burnt.
it'll contaminate with my
Viking
awesome
funeral in the
luck.
back garden. Set it out to sea.
My fantastic luck.
You can borrow tiny little pig dice.
Oh, it's a baby!
Your baby.
Your
You've
baby!
seen how big these actually are.
Somebody has Discord up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
us.
sure.
Sorry.
Well,
Oh my god, that is a tiny dice.
Look at it! It's so small!
We've got some
I,
metal.
I couldn't have those. I would literally inhale accidentally or just hoover them up one day.
Yeah, I bought you some, didn't I? Was it for your birthday?
Yeah,
Christmas?
and then you got some really dids.
Yeah,
and
I
then we
got you
got some
some
middle
tiny.
dids.
they were my Julian dice.
Yeah.
Your
Julian.
Julian Marcos, bane of my life, cursed on the face of
that
this
boy.
planet.
Lovely boy. Yeah, so you've gathered around the fire. Morning cometh, focus. And
You focus.
I said I was tired.
Pass.
The
Yesterday.
you are rested. You are healed, please, folks, as you
Eat a glowworm.
okay.
Eat a glowworm. That's a new one.
Actually, eat a glowworm. Please take a long rest if you would like to. I imagine you might want to.
Could I have asked our tree cutting friends to trim me off some of the dead thing? Because they said that might Broad and Denrick, they were can they trim me off some of the thingy? Maybe big enough chunk that I could make it as the haft of a weapon at some point.
The dead tree or the wood that you're transporting?
I mean, if they're happy to give me some of the wood they're transporting, I'll take both. But I want some of this hangy tree too.
Hanging tree too. Okay.
That's a good
I
job.
want the hanging tree.
I was down to.
Not ominous at all.
So,
What?
Yeah, that's good. You
I
got
want
the
the hanging
hanging
tree.
tree, Killian.
yeah, but we haven't had a long rest in a while, so.
No, this is just the one fight.
Was that?
Yeah.
Oh.
He really hit you. He did hit hard when he hit.
Yeah.
So yes, they are willing to attempt to hack up this tree. They are going to make a roll.
If they would like assistance with like brute forcey stuff,
No, they don't need it. They're professionals. They get a length of this bark.
That'll be the only good. Your
That is my only
roll.
good roll for chopping some wood.
Yeah.
They they carve you a length of not refined timber, but a length of wood that you can
I'm gonna have to
then
go to some
refine.
of that.
So if we want to call it hanging tree wood.
Hanging tree wood or hanging tree wood?
Hanging tree wood sounds like a place you'd go to.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go to hanging tree wood. Yeah, let's go to hanging tree wood. Why do they call it that? It's hanging. Minging and hanging, as we say at work.
Minging and hanging.
Minging and hanging. Sometimes when you open a bag, oh, minging and hanging. It's a corpse. No, it's not.
No, I would always use it's minging and I'm hanging.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm hanging. The world sucks.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no. If I was hanging, and I found something minging, I would be minging hanging.
Because that minging thing would have to go on you. You would have,
It's minging. It's minging.
I know. Well, I don't get hanging. So
No, you don't drink.
Not really anymore, but
right. What would you like to do in the morning? What else would you like to discuss? Is there anything around the campfire you would have discussed talking about with with these fine halfling folks? You've discovered some of their names, I believe. You've talked to a few of them.
no, I've not got any names.
Okay.
No halfling names.
Okay. Well,
We're
one
a
of
callous bunch. We haven't even bothered. It's like, halflings.
I will tell you about some of them. So the one that was dressed in kind of there was gathering spices and herbs and things like that. Their name is Preyu, Preyu, and they are visiting. They're not a resident to this little village.
Visiting from where?
They are from hail from Tantalib. No, Tantalib? I think Tantalib.
It's away.
Maybe hold on, let me get my map. I need my map.
We've been to Tantalib.
No, it's not Tantalib. It is.
Yeah, remember it don't work.
It's not. Well, this is my problem. I'm sleepy.
Because you haven't had a nap today, you decided to play video games with the child instead.
Yes, it was good. Ow. Stop.
Is that firing up your brain?
No, that's not firing up my brain.
Your brain.
Ranashan, sorry. Which is on the continent.
Oh, foul.
Sort of.
I feel like I should have my D&D script.
They have travelled quite a long way, commuting the.
Visiting family or just shits and giggles and wandering?
Visiting long distant halfling relatives somewhere in the long genetic past. There is some sort of sixth cousins, brothers, mothers, nieces, nephew, uncle, sister, twice removed that connects these halflings, and they've come for a visit.
There's always someone that's removed.
Yeah, well,
Someone who has been removed.
and they tell you that some of the why they were gathering these things is they were what they would come to sort of trade and pay passage with, and thought that if all was going to hell at the village, that they wanted to get quick out of the place and start making their way far away from any place that there are living trees that want to kill halflings.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with their argument, their logic there. It's like, this place has turned murderous. I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't think it's worth the relatives' visit, even though it was a stimulating.
I mean, it's beautiful scenery, lush grounds, the fertile grounds, beautiful scenery, beautiful birds in the sky. It's nice. Bit murderous.
Yeah.
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 Welcome to Stabby Town. Population.
You find out that the individual that got hung, their name was Trengprom.
I like how John's got enough energy tonight for all of us.
Because he's had pizza.
I know. Do you think we'll get that energy when we have pizza?
I don't think I will get that energy when you have pizza.
I don't know if I want to give you pizza because you'll just gradually go.
I don't know. Sometimes pizza.
Sometimes.
What would you like to do? Is there anything you would like to do? Are we just carrying on our journey towards the center of this tree?
Do they actually have any contact with
any of the Enshapar?
The Enshapar people? Because we're heading.
Yeah, they do. They kind of are there by permission of the Enshapar, and the kind of there was a long-standing agreement between the Enshapari and the pardon me, Marmiala. Marmiala almost. They described to you how Marmiala almost see the halflings as part of the forest, like they're a species to be kind of maintained and looked after and fostered. Not for any nefarious, like, oh, let's have a leg of halfling this evening. No,
they're not like
they're not like cattle. No.
like
But they do see them as a kind of a fascination. They're often fascinated and come and try and learn of their ways and try and.
Oh my god! Are they like treating them like they're a zoo?
No, they treat them more like, I think maybe the best kind of description would be
Circus animals.
No, where you have those forgotten tribes.
Yeah.
And they try that element of trying to understand their ways.
Yeah.
They're trying to interpret that. The halfling mind to an elven mind is quite different.
Yeah.
So the accumulation of things and the constant need to eat and the kind of robust joy that halflings have at any sort of given moment situation. There's always a story or a song or a ditty or a something to bring the warmth of a place alive. Is in the halfling, seems to be buried in the cortex, and they're fascinated by it because they're also endeared by it, but they can't become it, if you see what I mean. I don't think it's envy that the Marmiala have of them.
No, it's more like a fascination.
Yeah. So they visit from time to time, mostly from Marmiala, and sometimes the Peloton riders will come through on a hunt, on a protection from the from various foe that might try to encroach on the forest, like people who smuggle precious magical wood, or some of the they do hint at some other creatures that have also some other purpose for the Peloton folks, which is they say sometimes when the tears are playing up, that they are called out.
Okay, well, hopefully now the bubbles have gone, you guys should be okay, but just keep your eye out because stuff did get left behind.
Yeah, we'll try and keep our eyes out. We'll be a bit more wary
Do you want some guards? Because like the black caps here might stare at.
Sorry?
If you want some guards, the black caps, Moore and Pork might be interested in hanging around.
Those two. They make good guards.
Yeah, they can be like invisible and stuff.
What's in it for us?
You see what these guys do as a spread?
They both put their hands simultaneously on their stomachs. What would we have to do? What would it entail? Look, could you
Like
keep an eye out
protecting
for
them and
us?
stuff.
Be a bit like sort of use some of your invisibility and maybe have a look round. Yeah, I suppose we could. I mean, there's nothing. Do you want to go back to the Feywild? No, don't want to go back to the Feywild. Well, that's where we're from. It's our home. Yeah, but it's nutty, isn't it? It's nutty. It's really weird. And these guys, you know, you can eat all the food, and the food's probably not going to talk to you as you eat it. Suppose that is an advantage.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is an advantage. It's much more pleasant dining experience. Look, we'll stay for a bit. We'll see how it works out. Would you? Yeah, we'll stay for a little while. And for bed and board, we'll keep an eye around the place. Seems like a done deal. And one of the chaps reaches his hand out and shakes the hand of this tiny black cat dwarf. There is one small condition I'll have to tell you about later, but we can deal with the particulars later on.
Slight hiccup to things, you know, murderous as we are.
Now that they're black caps.
Ah, look to Gargamel. It's a bit murdery.
It's getting more murdery because we've just endorsed to have black cat guards on a halfling settlement. Of course, nothing could go wrong.
Oh, dear.
Well, you look after them and then we're good. Otherwise, we'll have to come back.
Yeah, well, we'll do our best. The day is yours as you've rested round the fire and dawn cometh upon.
I think Broad and Denrick were gonna lead us to the thingy, and then sort of when our paths split.
Yeah, they
that
were.
way.
Yeah, their intentions were to do such a thing. So yeah, you continue on your trail with your cart filled with precious timbers for the crafting of magical items, and you travel off along a reasonably well paved road. Not paved, really well driven track through the dense underbrush, and the day is fine. The day is quite glorious in a way, and there is the buzz of insects, and there are the flora and fauna, and the smell of pollen and nectar, and every now and then you kind of hear far off one of the droning of one of those giant bees that you've come across earlier on, and they're
Pizza.
she's happy the pizza has arrived. Yes, and and yes, you travel along this nice little trail, ever proceeding higher up to your left hand side. You can glance through the foliage and see that the this route that you traveled up, and then when it breached the surface, you can see that this massive route kind of travels alongside you, and there are little dug dens underneath it for like badgers and foxes and things like that. And you see the kind of, it is so in place. It's almost mountainous in its nature. It's so well embedded. It's so affixed, is what I'm trying to say. It is part of the landscape rather than it being, oh, this is a tree. It is a landscape in itself. It is that massive as you travel along the side of it. And mosses and creatures and all things like chipmunks and things scurry up and down as you travel along the path. Could I have, who's driving, who's where?
Well,
You're on the
Derek
back
and
of the car,
Rowan.
Denrick, and yeah, I think you're driving. Where are you? Are you chilling? You're eating. Owen, where are you? What are you doing?
Good question. I think since Denrick have lost their red cap guards to a better deal, food, I can appreciate that. So yeah, I'll probably take up a rear position at the back of the on the stacks of wood, just cross-legged and watching the road, watching the
Yeah.
forest, keeping a good, sharp, keen ear and eye out. I don't know what I'm looking for, but apparently there are trees that can strangle you. So anything that looks even remotely vine-like might get a dagger thrown at it to cut it.
Why your mouth not full? Where are you, Killian?
I was going to say keeping an eye out
Okay.
for any more murderous trees.
Murderous trees, murderous little nearly invisible bugs. Watch out for strange clomping sounds of other red caps who are not red caps, totally honest go.
I'm going to be on top of the wood again, the wood pile. When we get a couple of hours out away from the little village, I will unroll my green hat and be like, wake up. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Don't be mean to people or I'll come back and squish you. Okay? And then I'll let that one go. And then I'll wake up the other one and say the same thing.
It's like I'm eating pocket fluff. It's like it's all in my mouth.
That's probably the lucky one because the other one got dunked in the sap.
The other one's like,
He's like,
you had enough. We better go home. We'll sober you up. That one's like trying to zap really fast across and move really quickly. The other one is like, like stumbling, like in a staccato fashion off into the forest. You all hear, without any sort of roll needed, you hear a small voice an hour or so later cry for help.
Anyone hear that?
Side of the trunk. So
What's
away
that
from the tree trunk. Sorry, the right hand side of the track, away from the tree trunk, the trunk that you're following.
I will stand up to see if I can get a better view.
Okay, can we see anything from where we are?
No, foliage is too thick. You'd have to leave the track. Help! Help! Help!
I will hop down and be like, hang on a minute. Which one's driving. And
we don't really want to stop here.
we won't be long.
We're really close, you know.
You'll be fine.
Wait, why are you going when we can send Bird Boy?
Because it's in the trees, I'm assuming. It's in the trees, I'm assuming. It's on the ground in the foliage rather than up above.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Bird boy.
I don't know. I'm heading off anyway, so.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. Jackson's making his way. Are you coming, Owen, or are you keeping an eye with the cart?
I'll keep an eye on you from here. Because
Okay.
this could be a trap. This place is tricksy like that.
Okay, very, very well. Killian, you coming, or are you staying with Owen?
You go. Okay. Off into the underbrush.
I will pull out a pole arm so I am armed just in case.
preparing spells, whizzing up your Eldritch Blast. Your fingers go cool, and you kind of dance a little blue dragon between your fingers.
Mhm.
And Charles will just cautiously step forwards.
Only because, no offense, but I don't trust you.
Well, that's the whole point of being a
if
DM.
Jackson gets into trouble, I don't trust Charles to be able to help.
Oh, you don't trust Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. You step on through the underbrush, and you can hear a thrashing, like a violent set of movement. Help! And every kind of jerk of movement, you can hear like, and you can see a tree somewhere far a little way off from you, and you can see the bough like moving, and help! And every thrash is kind of, get me out!
Start heading out, but I'm conscious that it might be another murder hanging tree.
Could be another murder hanging tree.
So, you end up beneath a tall oak.
Between there and your what?
Beneath the boughs of a tall oak.
Oh.
And you can quite clearly see, Jackson, Killian, and Charlie, that from this tall oak, there is a net been drawn up into the tree. A trap has been triggered. And inside this net, there is a young boy. Blonde hair and blue eyes.
Now
Human.
appears to be.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can test that?
Bite a chunk off, and if it tastes human, then yes.
Apart from that,
Lick it.
Can I work out where the attachment is?
Yeah, you can.
I will attempt to lower them down.
What's an easy job? You start reading down the rope. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Slowly. And then it's flat on the floor. And as soon as the net's open, it stands up. Won't catch me like that again.
How old does he look?
Probably about 12 to 13.
What are you doing in the middle of the murder forest?
What do you mean, the murder forest?
Like yesterday, we came across a tree that was stringing up people and hanging them to death, and then using them as bludgeoning weapons.
His eyes go wide. No.
it's true.
Why Dragonborn? Crikey. I don't even believe you exist, let alone his story. All right. So
A little sharp one here, guys.
So great.
So I believe you. What of it? I'm brave enough. That's what I mean.
Put it back in the turn me upside down. Put it back up again.
That's what I'm here.
To do what?
Test my metal. Prove.
Can I just blow ice at him?
Yeah. Whoa! What's that? Some kind of magic? What's that for?
Yeah, we're going.
Do you want to come with us?
We're out of here. Go.
You want to come as far as the Elfie people who might keep you alive?
They're the buggers who probably strung me up there, aren't they?
Looking at the rope and the thingy, what level of quality is it?
It's very fine.
I may collect up an elven rope trap then.
Yeah, you may.
You just poke it in the bag, disappears away.
Take it down and like, ha ha. Not just disarming it, taking it with you. Like that. That shows initiative. You really are cold, aren't you?
Can I just go and pick him up by his scruff
You can.
and just carry him?
Ah! What's with your nails? You need to go and see someone about that. What are you doing with me? What have you got me now?
This is sorry, maybe introductions weren't done properly. This is how Killian genuinely interacts with people that are frustrating him.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't even do nothing.
Well, look, you're being rather obtuse.
I'm not. I'm not. What is? I'm not an obtuse. I'm a human. Put me down.
I'm not obtuse. I am acute. If I'm going to be an angle, it's going to be a good one.
It's like, I'm acute.
No, that's like you can't do this.
Yeah.
That's obtuse. No, obtuse would be bunging your hand backwards, isn't it? Acute. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. What are you doing with this child?
I'm carrying him. back. Owen can deal
Sentence
with
for the sentence for the century there. What are you doing with this child? Good question.
It's normally what I ask when I come downstairs and you and the child are playing Warhammer at the table. I'm like,
We have put. Well, look, I can walk. I can walk.
can I just huff
Is
on?
there any-
Right down and back him in there, you great scaly beast. Put me down.
So I pick him up higher.
Right, now it's home. It's home. It's home.
Are
It's
we back
home.
at the cart yet?
Near enough.
I drop him.
Oh man, what an absolute asshole!
I pick him up by his ankle. And drag him over to the edge of the cart where Erwin is.
I see you've made a friend.
What is his deal? Hey, oh, hello. Fancy
Hello?
a battle?
What did you say?
Fancy a battle?
Don't ask.
I
Don't.
toss a dagger down next to his feet and suddenly I'm teleported right in front of his face. Do you really want to battle?
No.
I toss
No.
another dagger and I teleport back on top of the wood pile. Bloop.
Oh,
I
You
really enjoy this
can't
one. I'm
not
just
really
I'm
magic,
gonna have no psychic dice
No
left.
side points because you're going to spend them all looking cool.
Yeah.
what what's your business then? Seems like a
We're-
bit of a
we're-
funny
we're-
operation here.
We're going to talk to the Enchapars to tell them to stop being dicks.
To stop what?
Being dicks. It's all right. We fixed
Tell him
them.
first.
What?
Should tell him to stop being dicks first.
You do that and I grab your finger like that.
Look at him. What's his problem?
Rudeness.
I didn't say nothing to him.
But yeah, so they sending loads of people. They may be pudding people. I'm not entirely sure. They may be like infected.
Infected. Oh, not going near none of that.
Oh,
My nan got infected once.
when you mention pudding people, I go, oh yeah, and I just grab his shoulder and squeeze,
Ah!
and I'm like,
What is this guy's problem?
we're good. Wait, are we good? Is he a
Yeah,
pudding
there's
person?
no, there are.
Oh, we're good. Ah!
I said
Behind
we're
you.
good, and then I was like, actually, are we? Like, oh, no.
Yeah, no, there is a definite feel of cartilage and bone.
And
as
broken
you-
bones grinding slowly into powder as you feel them.
So
Crikey. I'm gonna have you done.
Well, do you want to come with us, or do you want to go in and find more traps in the forest, or maybe murder trees?
Everyone has a good murder tree.
I'm supposed to be improving myself, and all that's happened is I got turned upside down and caught in it. First, got caught in a net. Wasn't my initial
Who are
plan.
you proving
May I
yourself
ask?
to?
I ask, who are you proving yourself to?
I'm not supposed to say.
But you're going to.
Again, the hand comes out.
Just gently, just
Yeah, the
resting
three
it there.
fingers of the Dragon Ball Claw.
Yeah.
I don't. It's a secret. I can't really make an intimidation check with massive advantage. Very low DC. Oh dear.
I love you. I
Oh
love
no,
you.
did it go? Ah. There we go. I got barbecue sauce on my sleeve, but they're very long sleeves.
They have very long sleeves. You're not wrong there.
Right. What am I doing?
Intimidation.
Intimidation with advantage. That one?
You can roll two of those. You've got two of them. You can actually do it to advantage properly.
Yeah, but one's totally contaminated.
No, it was in the middle.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We know which one's contaminated.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
That's spooky.
That is weird. Double 11s.
So it's an 11 or an 11, which makes it an 18 or an 18.
It is intimidating. Is that? Oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait. For the fallen leaves.
The what?
I look to our
The
drivers.
fallen-
Make listens to you.
I didn't catch it at all. Sorry.
The fallen leaves.
Okay, and who are they?
The grip gets tighter around his shirt.
Guild of smugglers.
Okay, and they
I
didn't
must
run,
admit, I just looked at our two drivers again. It's like,
and they didn't run away when the bubbles with evil stuff coming out of them started rocking up.
Well, I knew about the bubbles. I always warn you about the bubbles, but you know,
Not very.
quick, aware.
Clearly.
All right. Everyone makes a mistake. Jesus. I don't know who he is.
Okay, well,
Ian. Well, who are you? Who killed you? Who killed God and made you adventurer king? That's not the phrase. Yeah, whatever.
okay, well, we can leave you here to try and prove yourself and you'll probably die. You can probably catch a lift with Denrick and Brohan here and get out to the cities up to the north, or you can come with us to the Enchipar.
I vote the first one.
What are these guys doing? What's their story? What's your story, Denrick?
Can I slap him round the back of the head? Just because he's been a cocky little shit.
In fact, hang on.
Only
Denrick,
asking.
will you give this little lift out of the forest? Because you might not make it otherwise.
Is he the one? Yeah, it's the one. Yeah, we'll take him.
Oh,
Okay.
is he the one? What do you mean the one?
We know him.
How? Toby, pack it in.
Would the fallen leaves mean anything to you guys?
We might have heard of it.
you might be members of it.
Some level of insightness.
Probably with your passive, you can tell that they are not knowing of it,
Uh-huh.
and probably members.
Oh no, shit, Sherlock.
Well, if you want to take him out, we're heading. When do we like sort of splitting ways?
Well, just a little way up the path. We probably should. I'll point you in the direction. No, don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Why?
It's the usual way. What you was gonna go? It's got a big old bunch of Enchipari.
That's good
Now
because
you, if you are, he looks over the top. I reckon you're smuggling stuff. We know who you are. What do you mean? Know who I am? Most people know who I am. Yeah, but not in a good way. Not like your reputation. Well, your reputation does precede you, but not in a good way. So?
This guy is still like 2 feet in the air because I've got a hold
Yeah.
of him. You know?
So? If we don't take you back, and news of you meeting us gets back to the wrong ears, we might end up with no ears. So get on the cart, tell us what you know, Mr. Killian, if you would.
I just plonk him on with a bit of force.
Oh, right, my arse cheek. What is this guy's problem? How long you been hanging around with him? He's awful. It's like I don't know, like a walking iceberg with a bad attitude.
Can I slap him again?
Oh,
Apparently so.
Oh no, round the back of the head.
Oh!
You know, like the way your mum would whack you around the back of the head if you gave her a cheek. That's
This guy, I can't believe him. Can't believe this guy. Look, maybe you should just be a little bit quieter. But I don't want to be. I don't. Look, it's not my style, right? Your style. How to get your problem.
style is likely to get your arms ripped out of the sockets. Just saying.
Really? You can do that?
Oh, he really enjoys it. It's kind of weirdly fetish-like.
Oh, and he's got a kink. Oh, weirdo. I'm gonna kick.
Yeah. One time, down in Kansas, it was not a pleasant sight.
I put a guy's. Was that this game?
That was this game.
Was this game you put
I was about
some-
to say it, then I'll say, wait, what's that this game?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
I put a guy's foot through his ear.
He did, yes. It was an elf, and we were on top of the purple worm. Yes. It was a
Right.
thing that happened.
Keep myself to
horrifying.
myself then.
Nightmare created.
He sits dejectedly on the front of the car and tries to start conversation with the two on the front. He's like, and they just ignore him. They're just not saying a single word to him.
They're not
So-
happy about this, are they?
You're gonna make a load of money, aren't you? And all this, look at this. He's like, they're just eyes on the road, traveling along. Tell us what you know, and then shut up. Well, when I was coming along, being all evasive, so I ended up in the shrubbery, not on the track. It's a bunch of Enchipari all gathered round, looking at a thing on the ground, being all like, oh, we got robes, we're elves, look at us, we're so beautiful and elegant and smart. And I was like, oh, I'm smarter than you. I'm going in the bush. And I did. I ran in the bush.
And got caught by a tree.
A net in a tree, actually. But yes.
Yeah,
How far away was this Enchapar gathering?
On the crossroad, a little way up. But did happen to find an older path that links up. It's a little bit of a diversion, a little way up here. I crossed it just a little while before the little mistake I made in getting caught in the net.
Can I insight him?
Yeah, go
as
for it.
to whether he's telling the truth at all? You know, I thought that was going to be your only good roll of the
You
night.
don't need to roll it because that was a 1.
Can I just
Yeah, go on.
just for the hell of it?
You can both roll ones. You can both roll ones.
Oh,
That's a 4.
okay. So yes, you still beat his thinly veiled deception. He's trying to tell you what is not. He's trying to avoid the subject of what the elves were around by going, "Oh, Mr. Elvie." He's trying to avoid the topic.
So what were they around?
He just said something on the ground.
Yeah. So what were they around?
A thing? What? What? I didn't hang around another. A body, all right. Gee.
The hand goes near him
Yeah.
again.
A body on the ground. Ooh,
The body of what?
like I'm supposed to. An elf. An elf.
Brian and Denrick.
Elf.
Brian and Denrick, are you okay getting rid of this loudmouth and we'll wander off from here?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
don't think you want to come across them. And
Can I, Mr. Jackson? It's a lot to ask. Are you gonna head to Enenche at any point?
I don't know.
That is probably not. Unless the circle road can be got from there.
Well, could we borrow your hat?
I actually already considered offering it.
I was
Okay.
going to ask if that was a if that was a possibility.
That has had a good run. That's had a good run.
I think you need to blend in. Here, try this, and I will throw the kid my hat.
Whoa, such a cool colour. Just like straight.
Straight up. Are you okay? Did that
Yeah.
hurt?
No, sorry. Yeah, and he just like,
Very
Yeah.
committed to that.
Jackson, Mr. Jackson, we are in your debt. Hopefully, we won't disturb every single thing that lurks in this forest, or things that have become lurkers in the forest, and we shall wend our way.
It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. Sorry if we caused you any inconvenience.
Well, I've never seen fighting like yours, but it's quite incredible.
Make like an ice.
I think
shot.
quite as a genius, as a human being.
No more spring cap.
Can I make like an ice shard
Okay, yeah.
to give to them, and say if the gobby little shit wakes up, just threaten him with this.
You think it would melt without your contact with it quite quickly in this temperature?
Okay.
Yes, you could. Nothing to prevent you, I would say, in kind of making it maybe a small piece, but as a mechanical thing, it would probably just be as soon as it.
Puddle.
Huh?
Yeah, it would be a
Puddle.
You'd be fed
Hand
them in a
puddle.
puddle.
You're like, I'm gonna find a spell.
Where's my permanency spell? Where's that level permanency spell?
Yes, you split from Bowen and Denrick, and the stroppy little kid who's snoozes on the back of the trunk, and the truck cart with trunks on it is what I'm trying to say. And you make your way off into the other path, and it's true what they say. A little while later, you can hear the low murmuring of voices ahead of you.
I'm just wandering up the path. I'm like, I'm looking for these guys. So
Yeah.
I'm not being subtle or stealthy about it. I'm
Yeah.
marching around the corner and heading straight towards them.
They spin around. Immediately there are bows drawn, and you can see that people bring their hands on. Halt, strangers!
Are you the Enzipari people?
We're of the House Enchapar.
Great. Let's go and see who's in charge.
I'm sorry. One does
We
not
got
just
rid of your-
simply make requests of.
We got
The
rid of your
Enchapar?
purple rock problem underground. We need to
You
see
know the
what-
bubbles?
They're gone.
We are aware.
That was us. Not from your guys helping. They
Oh,
were getting in the way.
your guys. Who guys?
I'm gonna pull out a naked elf.
Well, I turned to Jackson. That's one way of doing it. Subtle.
This guy.
The thing is, in my head, then the Jackson just pulled out this naked elf.
Yeah.
But more importantly,
Picture bag and pull out.
Yes,
naked
I
elf.
hope- it's worse than that. It's kind of worse than that because he just opens the bag out a bit, grabs the guy, and pulls him out most of the way. So just his head and shoulders in a little bag. It's just like, it's like a bust.
This guy.
So-
This vision of him
Hmm?
killing him completely.
Out of the bag and being butt naked, and you being like the height you are. I think that, and then like, oh.
I've seen worse. Humans are oddly shaped. Elves are just elves are just humans with longer ears.
I was like, yeah, this guy gesturing to his genitalia.
I'm just into his ankles of anything. You forget Jackson's effing huge and I'm effing
Yeah,
small.
yeah.
Everything he's holding up is floating above me. I can walk under him.
It just made me laugh then. Just, yeah.
Yes. You had best come with us then in that case.
Yeah, let's go have a chat with the bosses.
Yeah.
Hi.
They put their things on their bows.
I'm going to make a check to see whether or not they're going to take us to the bosses or take us to the prisons. Are they
Okay. How would you
come
like?
with us? Yes, we'll go see the boss. He's in his room. Lock.
Yeah, okay. Insight.
Oh, not good at these. But I do have bonus stats. Oh, okay, don't worry about it. Does 18 succeed? If it doesn't, I can add to it.
Yes, it does succeed. You get that they are wanting you to come with them, most definitely. They are shocked and dismayed at the corpse that has just been pulled out from a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Quite clearly. They are also,
Did they recognize him?
yes, instantaneously. The recognition was
The greatest hero of the elven kind.
So just like,
Do you reckon what? Do you reckon he reached in and said, "No, that's his arm. That's his. There's his head."
just pulled out, like, just grabbed a bit and just pulled it up, and it was like, you know, like the
Oh, it's just a leg.
Like,
It's just a leg.
yeah, like what way did he pull him out? That just did he come out like folded it out?
Oh wow, you picked up from the middle. It's like no.
I'm kind of happy to have been grabbing around the neck and lifting.
This is
sort of
where
going
you've just
head
been
up
watching too many Skyrim falling videos. And they're just like,
Ragdoll.
Frodo!
And that's the thing, like, did he put him out and he's like folded it?
Anyway, Yes, so they want. They very much.
This image has just tickled you, like the idea of like Jackson, like just like trying to get the right bit.
I mean, kind of made like a pop sound as it came out the bag.
Or I'm just seeing a full out flipping issue thing going on. Pull it down, he's just like dancing.
Killian. Yeah, but you definitely get the idea that they are not happy about this situation either.
No, surprising. Cool.
They steady their bows, but can you make me a perception check, Erwin? Because you're the one looking closest.
Oh well, that's a natural one.
Okay,
Oh no.
that's fine.
That's
Okay.
makes 9.
It's absolutely fine.
Ben.
Yeah, they also have a litter. Is it called a litter? Like where someone's made like a
Yeah.
thing out of some branches and
Yep.
some fabric, and there
A
is
litter works. It's a stretcher as well. But a litter.
litter stretcher type thing, and it's held between two of them, and there is a body upon it, like covered in a white sheet.
Mhm.
And they start preceding you along the track towards the center of this tree, and you come across. I'm going to get the picture of it.
Go across pizza. No, go across.
A picture of what it does look like.
I have a picture.
We've done a picture.
I
get the
did a
rough idea
quick
of one.
drawing. Sorry, that just broke me. The idea of him making like a pop sound as he came out the bag just that's me over the edge.
So you come across the beginning of an entrance to the
tree.
great tree.
Um,
Interesting.
I will ask the Elfie people. So has Serial made her way back here yet?
Serial Gladrinel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is she about? Because we could do with having a chat with her too.
No. She left for a mission far to the north.
Okay.
Rude. Sorry, I didn't say that. That came out
Oh, okay.
before I could.
That was a bean.
Yeah,
That was a bean.
That was an intrusive thought that came out
Yep.
before I could stop it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they lead you towards this great tree. In it there are two solid, you can see the doors, but they look like the tree as well. They look like completely natural, but you can see that there is like a seam that runs around the edge of them. As you approach, you have a stream also that kind of almost like pours out of the ground beneath the tree. Did you see the picture? Do you want to see the picture?
I couldn't see it properly because I had my glasses off
Because you were laughing too hard.
yeah, I cried.
Cried a little bit. Weeping with the joy.
It tickled me so much. I know it shouldn't have, but it did. Oh, so like here.
You're coming up here, yeah, and then you can also see that there are.
Oh, that bit
Yeah,
there.
this bit. You see that there is a kind of running round, almost like a battlement. That's also formed of the tree itself, and upon that is great spikes of kind of thorny branches that stick up a very defensible position. You would assume. You see also that there is a fishing rod set up in the stream, also that runs out from this middle bit. Just
Yep, that's it.
and you can also see a higher balcony up above, again a defensible sort of location, and upon it you can see that there are 3 seats, and upon it currently there is just one person.
Okay.
Anything you would like to do, or just approach the engine bar?
I'm just going to go and have a chat with the Enchipar people. So I'm quite, as long as we're heading towards the tree of the Enchipari, I'm quite happy.
They approach with you in tow, and the leader of this kind of group calls out and says, "Hail, Gate Master! It is I, Imari Enshapar. We have brought back the body that we found in the woods of Laren and Shapar, fallen to foul hands by the looks of things. Belongings gone, pockets rifled. We could not determine the cause of the death, but maybe those wise."
You want Charlie to have a look? He's quite good at that.
Have a look.
We do not want strangers to deal with our honored dead.
I
Yeah,
am
there's-
not good at it, though.
We have those who are good at it, who are trained in such arts. Need not your help.
Well, I think you did, because we had to get rid of the bubbles for you.
And these, gatekeeper, claim to have got rid of the bubbles. They also have a body with them. They also have the body of Heleron and Shapar. At this point, the person on the gate stands. "Do you mean the body? What do you mean, the body?" My God. Get them inside. Please, cover them. Put him on the litter as well.
She's been back in your bag.
I literally, I've been doing that, and then
You know, just wandering around it over your shoulder.
That is
sort of
not
thing,
the
like-
way to be storing one of our honored dead. In a sack.
Well, what if your honored dead tried to successfully kill the silver dragon? A silver dragon we resurrected.
What lies did these people speak? Get them inside. Get them to cells.
Oh, that won't go well for you.
Make a...
I was about to say something then, and then I was like,
Go on.
I was going to say, Killian, if one of them goes to touch Killian, Killian just turns around and goes, "Touch me. I dare you." Just like,
They are strong in their conviction, gatekeeper. We will
Oh,
hear
thank
their
you.
case, as is our custom then. Bring them in. All eyes on them. Not let them out of your sights. Double the guard on the front gate.
What?
And he reaches out. And he reaches down towards these two great big spikes on the rampart, on the rampart. And as he puts his hands down, they change from spikes to sort of like plates. And he places his hands on them. And he kind of nods. And as he nods, the knots and weave of this wooden front of the tree start undoing and pulling apart and like growing in reverse, like a reverse time lapse of like roots and bark pulling away. It is a kind of magic. And inside you see a vast space. It's the first time you've seen the inside of this massive tree, and you can really see the edges of it outside. And as you are led in through its vast, deep trunk. You can see that there are guard posts inside, with killing hot spaces that would be ideal, for defensible this space. And there are 20 guards along each side of this thing in full armor, standing to attention as this little kind of as your little group rattles on through, and then you are truly inside, and it goes up. It is hollow. You can make out no top to it. It just vanishes into darkness and shadow and beyond your field of vision. As you kind of look up, you can see walkways and trunk branches and ladders and bridges that are strewn here, there, everywhere across. And in what you appear to be walking into is sort of like a market kind of square, where there are small huts and things set up on the ground, but then these stack on top of each other and are built up inside. But the most of the inside is completely hollowed out. And as you look up, you can see these vast balconies, and you see like houses. You see people walking around doing sort of mundane chores, and you can just see these layers upon layers. And then there are lifts that kind of move up and down through each of the layers.
Imari, as we're wandering through, have you noticed any of your like people turning a bit weird or secretive or like schemy recently? And has your big tree has anyone looked at its sap recently?
We are not to talk to you. You're to be heard. Not by us.
I'm asking you, like, I've never been here before, and you can tell me about the place as we wander through it.
This is not a guided tour.
Well,
You are held under suspicion of murdering Heleron.
You know, when it says it's not a guided tour, can I just ask if there's a gift shop?
I turned. I must admit, I just go.
Did
he
it come out? Did it come out? Is there a gift shop?
he was trying
Many handmade trinkets by those eventually.
to
Affordable prices.
he was a nut bar. He tried to kill us and was probably going to fuck up your forest some more with the whole bubbles of darkness stuff that were floating around.
You need to guard your tongue. To describe one of the high elves of Enshipara as a nut bar.
You mean a little bit like a Snickers? No, what's the other one?
It's inappropriate. A picnic.
Is it a tracker?
A tracker bar.
A tracker
A
bar.
peanut tracker.
Yeah, delicious. Sorry.
He was either being sent by your leader people who may or may not have been trying to help the bubbles of evil stuff, or he was working against what they wanted. Either way, he was making things worse.
The people above us are standing in Enshipara have many secrets, all for the betterment of the forest and the law that is kept here. I know nothing of what you speak and know nothing of Heleron's mission.
Okay. Killing like dragons and like mushroom people and guardians and the Marmialas.
We know of the Marmiala, of course we do. We are kin.
So like going to war with them probably not a good idea.
No.
Well, that's what
It's part to fight Marmiala. No. We might usher them in certain directions for their own good.
wingy whippy things and magic and bubbles of evil.
What do you speak?
So you know your forest had like these bubbles where it's like taking places and like all your people have run away because it's bad place to live. And if you notice,
We
they've
know
disappeared.
the people did not have faith in the higher elves. That we had the solution, but we knew we had the solution, and the solution has come about. Can you
No,
not
no,
see?
this guy
Us.
was making it worse. He was probably your attempt at a solution. He was the guy that was making it worse. We're the guys that actually did the job.
Make a persuasion check.
Go for it.
I love how it was. Yeah, the
With
solution,
advantage.
and Owen's like, yeah, the solution was us. I love
Yeah.
it's just like,
It was us. We did it.
I rolled a
Prove it.
7 and an 8, so 6 or 7.
6 or a 7. It's like
Minus
the story is a
one
tall
Is it?
one.
I could just see, like, I am the high elf, and you're just some sort of half-breed orc monstrosity. Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, basically. There's
There's a goblin and a dragonborn who just asked about a gift shop.
a dragonborn and a man that looks like a pigeon. Like,
Yeah, this is we are
would
a
they know
group.
the norms?
oh, you're gonna pull the royalty card.
Maybe
So,
you
like,
want
we
to
were
put that in
fighting
you want to put that in your sleeve until
I've
like,
already tried that with the cereal thing because she's a royal from here.
and she's not here at the moment, which is
You do get the feeling that you're talking to a guard.
Yes,
oh yeah,
fine.
yeah. And
I'm
moving,
much more at home talking to guards.
Yeah. yeah. No, but your guards punch each other. This is more the I order people to stab you. Oh, kill the guard.
Well, we'll have a look. So anyway, yeah, so we got rid of the bubbles. You're welcome. But I'm also pretty sure your tree is infected with the crystals, and your higher up people might be pudding people.
Excellent.
I have
Your honesty is
absolutely-
astounding, but
I no longer wish to speak to you. Be silent. Carry on.
I'm going to talk to the guy next to him. In fact,
A bead of sweat emerges from beneath the steel helm.
Oh shit!
if you
They-
really
they-
want
They march you in silence, and then
to,
but not in silence. They are in silence, but
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we are not quiet.
Well, this is quite an incredible place. I mean, look at it. We're inside a tree, Owen. How's this for you? Any better than the... I know it's not quite cold enough.
It depends on how the next few hours turn out. This could be a brilliant place to be permanently incarcerated.
Can I make Owen a little flurry again?
Just remember that our foes want and use people of high power, and they are sneaky. So
That's
the rank and file won't know, just
It-
won't.
This is why I'm worried that the higher ups that came up with the plan are actually pudding people.
Yeah, well, that was always going to be a risk.
On the upside, our dead Hellron guy wasn't.
True.
Yeah, but their tree's definitely infected. We saw that down on the route.
Yes. Jackson, who are you telling this to?
I
know what you're saying. I know what you're doing.
I'm saying it loud enough that these guys can hear.
Yeah, I'm getting
We'll
it.
talk back.
Every
you know.
time we go past a shop, it's like, and this happened.
yeah, there are some looks at these these non-elves inside.
I'm surprised you
Um,
didn't just get a banner and just like you're just holding up with like Hail the Conquering Hero is pointing an arrow down.
Yeah, the only other folk that you see within here that aren't elven are there are a few kind of halflings that are seem to be running errands to and fro. Their little packs over their back filled with little scrolls and little things, and they're hurrying to and fro with bottles of ink and things like that, and quills, and they seem to be some sort of not necessarily a scribe, but like a aides. Personal aides, like running to and fro. That's what you get the feeling of. They're dressed very, very smartly in a in elven fabric, but obviously halfling shaped. And there's some of the practicalities of their outfit that involves more leather and stuff involved in.
This place reminds Charles, this place reminds me of Kakanzax. very stratified, insular. I'm getting vibes.
I mean,
It is very pretty though.
it is beautiful, Erwin. I don't think I've ever seen something quite so wondrous. Well, once before, but this is quite wondrous, quite beautiful. Like you said, I don't wish to die here or be forever incarcerated here, but there are worse places to be.
Do you think the guy in charge is a little bit weird?
We've not met him. I'm pretty sure there won't be a pudding person.
Hmm.
We must guard ourselves against our enemies. We've had enough in run-ins with to we can probably assume that they might know we're coming.
Well, we have had several chats with like the Maury thing.
The pudding, it's not unsurprising. It would not be a surprise if the pudding people are in some sort of dream-like communication, where they are sent visions.
think they've got their own Erwin chat.
If I can do it, I'm almost as guaranteed that they can. Even if they can't do it willingly or consciously, the greater conscience that is infecting all of them probably could.
Hold on.
No.
I can keep hearing these little gasps of like, I'm going to say something stupid.
Yeah, so I'm like,
This game session is going to be the beam with like duct tape over our mouths. Like,
it's how it's going to end. And I've got some over there. Maybe needed.
Yeah, you're led on for some time, and you're led to an elevator type device made of sturdy beams, beautifully polished, and there's like a little gate that opens up.
Sturdy what?
Sturdy wooden platform.
I thought you said sturdy beams.
Sturdy beams. Just a giant
I was
beam.
like, beans aren't sturdy. Not this one anyway.
I just think I'm literally thinking of one giant hollowed out beam. It's been dry, so it's rock hard, but it's
Yeah.
been hollowed out and they made it into a lift. It's a little car.
Let's let that
This
be.
game's
Well,
an
like the
entire piece, the
bean.
peach pit.
Yeah, but it's a beam.
Yeah, it is a legume that has been
Legume.
a legume that has been dried and hollowed. There are little gates on the side of this giant legume,
I'm saying
and they say board the legume.
Oh, the
the
bug.
Botolivator.
All the buttons are shaped of little smaller beans.
I was like, oh, the bugs, like each floor's a different bean.
Yeah, yeah. Chili bean, baked bean.
And then they ran out, so there's like a lentil. And a bean.
What is with your brain today?
No.
Wow. And it's at this moment the game got derailed.
This moment,
I know.
this moment, this game session.
Can we go back and get the hat? Because I want
put it on
that.
me.
I need the hat out of the game to put it on Bean.
Jeez, sorry.
Yeah, and this conveyance takes you up. And
How many guards are with us?
you are surrounded by. Let's have a roll.
In other words,
There are 12 guards with you.
in other words, if shit hits the fan, can we take them on? Is that?
Looking at their prowess, you think it would be a challenge. But then it's me rolling dice, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we've got 50-50 then, pretty much, yeah.
I'll just bite you. Stop. Oh my gosh. So sorry,
Who
guys.
is the leader here then?
Sorry?
Who is in charge?
You would assume Imri.
No, not of the group. I'm asking him or any of the other guardy people who's in charge of like the Enchapari.
The leader is in
Yeah,
my
who's the
phone.
who's the big guy in charge? Who's the big guy upstairs that we're
Trying to get to the guy you want to speak to, the head honcho.
what's his name? Where'd he come from? Height, eye colour, hair colour,
Stop.
ear shape, shoe
Fine.
type, palm span.
Arm span.
Yeah, how big are his palms? Can he bitch slap you real good? Sorry, I'm so
What?
sorry.
You're not sorry.
I am. I just want myself to shut up.
You know you've gone. You know you've gone too far. I want to shut up. and I can't.
addressing Imri?
Well, I'm basically asking. I'm kind of aiming at him, but it's loud enough the other 12 can hear it, or the other 11 can hear as well.
The way you're talking, people on the balconies above us can hear us. What was that?
Vitrus.
Victory.
And Lauren will probably hear your case.
And is he any? Is Lauren any relative of Laren?
Is
The guy-
Lauren any relation of Laren and Shapar?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. Not related. Laren was out. Was due to return.
Do you know what killed him?
No, we said that we do not know. We are taking.
Oh, can you like describe it? Because you wouldn't let us have a look.
Or you could just let us have a look.
Is he still on the stretcher? Is he with us or?
No, that seems to have gone somewhere else. The stretcher is so people with the litter has peeled off.
Okay.
If you are deemed at all welcome, worthy, or anything, then maybe these things will be shared with you. We're not just going to speak to anyone we just find in the forest and tell them of our dead, how they died.
Why not?
It is not done. We have our ways. You must have your ways where you do not share everything with everybody.
Pretty
Yeah.
much we do. It's a much better way of living.
Much easier.
It's a very strange way of living.
Sorry.
Well, look, if I'm honest with you and you're honest with me, then like we're all being honest. If you're trying to be sneaky and like sort of mushroomy and sort of puddingy person, then I'm probably going to kill you. You know, it's.
Are
simple.
you talking about, you strange person?
So you know the shard fall, the big pink crystals that crashed, and you have one living under your tree.
Had.
No.
There was a big, you like big pink crystals crashed into the ground from up in the sky.
We've read the stories.
Yeah. Well, there was one under your tree. This big tree. This tree. There was one down there. And your bosses sent this Hellron guy down there to do some weird magic on it. And he was making those bubbles really, really agitated and like. But the crystal thing is actually got a brain and is trying to take over the world and it's infecting people and they get a little stab in their neck and a little bit of crystal and then inside their skin they turn into these like sort of octopusy squiddy pudding people. All their bones disappear, so if you give them a squeeze, and I will give him a squeeze,
Bristles.
you give them a squeeze and they don't have like bones. You can feel they're all squishy. And then if you squeeze them hard enough, they pop their skin and they turn into these big
And we
octopuses
basically try and
trying to
kill
kill you.
Both
And
of it.
I get out
I'm
my
pretty
tentacle
sure
rod.
that some of your Enchipari people are these pudding things.
I get out my tentacle rod to show them the tentacle.
What on earth?
This
On
is
Earl?
this is part of a pudding person.
Because haven't you got a bit of the tentacle wrapped in the grip of the tentacles? Because you do have a piece of tentacle.
It's probably a bit mushy by now.
Yeah, but
It's more like you pull out this fungus-filled, moldy piece of meat and go, tentacle. Because that's
Yeah,
probably
there are
rotten.
these three beautifully almost moving tentacles that kind of grasp this piece of mulch that stinks and reeks.
yeah, and I'll shove it in its face.
Restrain him.
But yeah, so
Really?
that's what we mean by pudding people.
I will literally walk up to. I will literally walk up to. I will walk up and literally almost take your hand, take your arm.
Restrain
No.
him. Bitch.
Yeah, there are guards that start approaching.
I would not touch the high lord of the Norns. They tend to take offense.
A what?
Killian Norn.
Who we are. So like Killian Norn of the white dragonborns of Frohast. This
It's
is
actually an incline of the head. That moment. We know of your.
I don't know that.
We know of
Charles
your.
Owen, priest of
Alora.
I'm
He's
gonna get
Laura, but
get halfway through Grumish and be like, well, I think it's Grumish, but he sees it kind of Mallory. This is Owen the cobbler of
one time.
yeah.
And I pull up my badge. Also, captain of the guards of the King of Modern South.
There is more to you.
Yes,
Meet the eye.
that's the point.
Had you shown us this beforehand,
That's also a point.
Thank
Sometimes
you.
it is better to be a little bit deceptive. Honesty works only so far.
Only if everyone's not honest. If everyone was honest, then it's as good. It's all good.
Oh, I would
These
agree.
guys still going to touch me.
no, he kind of gestures to them
Good.
away.
I'll just turn around and I'm like,
That is some kind of magical rod. You have a badge of orifice.
No, that's a more. We got some of them as well. We have some more symbols on us.
I don't know, the king was a bit of a dick.
a badge of orifice. That has got to be my favourite thing you've ever said.
On YouTube as well.
I know.
It's
I
a new
think that might
magical
get cut.
item. A new magical item to craft. Oh, the badge of orifice.
Someone mistakes and goes, why do you have a badge of a peach? Sure, peach. That's what it is, yes.
Is that a starfish?
that badge has got that badge.
Yeah, but the problem is
It's made of brass, so is it? Yeah.
storing things in it.
Oh, the way to keep your rod, Killian. No, that's getting to the hentai weirdness. The tentacle
Oh
rod.
my
and
god, I've never
badge
seen
of
that so
orifice
hard.
combined.
That's so good. She's dying. She's literally falling into 4 pieces. She's become non-Euclidean.
Oh my god, what if you could like decorate it? And you know, people used to have those like fluffy
The
toys
tassels.
and stuff like that on their bags.
Yeah.
Imagine you could get like, you know,
What
tails, like a foxy.
are you doing with your hands?
You're gonna get butt plugs for your orifice, but yeah, badge of orifice.
Little tail butt plugs
Okay.
for the badge.
So yeah, so that's kind of what we think it might be going on.
We shall now introduce you with the greatest of respect to Vitrus.
I would introduce us how you would have before. No more, no less. We may or may not have enemies here. We don't know. We'll keep an open mind.
Okay.
That's right.
There is you come to a floor, and the conveyance stops, and the little doors are opened, and there's a slight bing, and you step out onto the this great landing, several hundred feet up inside this ginormous tree. There is a pitter patter of feet running in your direction, and a very, very tired halfling suddenly emerges, runs along the balcony, and kind of nods. Emery, and it hands over a scroll. And then runs off again. And important. And rolls it.
Kill them on the sun.
Are you trying to read it?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
read it?
No.
Hmm?
Can't read it.
I don't know. Languages.
Don't
I
think
barely
I do.
speak Goblin.
It's like I don't think I do.
No, I don't think you read Elven.
No. I don't think I do. It's just, Killian's just like,
Yeah, you can see this
Hero.
beautiful script written over the page.
oh,
And he says,
no.
he turns to you, Jackson, and says, "Are you saying who you are and telling us of Laren and Shapar was crushed to death? But it's that like a wild beast had run them down. But the darndest thing was that his pockets had been emptied. His purse, his things were missing.
You might
Laren-
find different things.
Sorry?
You might find that's different things.
I mean, explain.
Something does the crushing, like we've just fought, like in the little halfling village down the road, there was a tree that came through and it had all, there's a hanging tree, and it is like had all these dead bodies hanging in it, and it had tentacles that killed one of the halflings. And we had to kill that for them. And so it may have, because it was whipping them around and smashing things with the bodies. So, you know, something like that left over from the bubbles, because if it came out when we got rid of the bubbles and closed them all, they're stuck out here. So we've come across several things that have been from different places. A lot of them were from the Feywild and the dark version.
Shadowfell.
That's the one. A lot of stuff that's kind of been stranded because their little gates don't work anymore.
Right, you know.
And then maybe someone came along after and went, oh, there's a dead body there. I wonder if it's got any useful. Or maybe, oh, there's a dead body. Maybe I could take sort of his stuff back to his family and see who it was.
No one has returned anything to us. I was approached a tree. Who would steal from a dead body? Who would take advantage of the dead like that? What was that?
I'm just saying it's a possibility.
No, the Dragonborn.
Yeah,
What do you know?
the Dragon Ball.
The only one standing here, yes.
Oh, that's just rude.
Killian Norn.
Yes. Elf.
What do you know?
Well, you were saying who would take from a dead body.
Yes.
We do. But not things like that.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. I will probably
Story
die of embarrassment. Really?
intriguing at best. Right. We should bring you before them.
It's like
There are
I'm
refreshments.
I'm
which
looking
you
at
can
Killian
use.
like, please stop.
I wish I could.
This room is secure. You must wait here to be accepted into the main hall.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There will be guards posted on both doors.
Inside or outside? Just, I'm not asking, I'm just looking.
As you are led in, they are outside the doors.
Okay.
And you
Just
assume that the other door's the far side, and there's guards the other side.
And it's made of the tree?
The everything here is mostly carved out of tree, yes.
Note to self: don't use fire.
Is it carved out of tree or is it growing tree that's been
It's
shaped?
shaped from the tree.
Because I may be checking to see how.
Scratching at the wall, see if it's got sap. See the sap. Check the sap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I tend to a guy and go, put extra people on the guards. Put extra guards on.
Why?
It's precaution. For your benefit, actually.
Is that a veiled threat?
No, not from us. We mean you literally no harm.
I think what he's meaning is if they are putting people here, they might try and kill us and anyone that we've spoken to, which is you guys. So, you know, the more of you here to like either witness and or help, the less it's like to work. That's what I think he's saying anyway.
Yes. And these things are sometimes quite capable of trying to kill kings in public. They need to.
They like to make a scene.
And a mess.
Yeah.
Not really.
Words
bad.
are most disturbing.
We've been doing this a lot.
Everything
It's
you
disturbing.
speaks of
Have,
government and
have you seen this Mori symbol anywhere in your city?
Or heard rumors of it. Oh,
Because you've got your weird, funny,
pull one
like,
out.
well, you've got your funny version with like the extra twiddle bits on it.
Oh, I'll
True.
show that one because I got them.
that is a symbol we know well. The one that you show them. The one of their own.
Which is the Marmiala ones, isn't it? It's the druid group.
Yeah, it's a set of like plants almost like covering a mall.
Have I got?
Toby, beds. 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 Down.
Algaric Conclave. Is that
Yeah.
the right one?
Yeah, the Algaric Conclave.
That's
Yeah.
Peter, have you got my sugar?
I've got your sugar, yeah.
I want my sugar. Because, you know, I'm not hyper enough.
Yeah. Yes, we know this symbol. That has been around. There are those even of the Enshapa who have taken to rather strange folk, the Algaric Conclave.
So when I said any of your people like acted a bit weird and not like they normally do and things, you didn't think, oh, them guys.
Not willing to share that kind of
We-
information.
Exactly.
At
Beware
that
of,
point,
enemies.
that was before you had identified yourselves for who you are. I'm not sure how much I should say even now. But the Algaric Conclave are a strange sect of Marmiala, as far as I'm aware. They have ways that are curious.
Sorry.
They speak of
So
such
sorry.
talk of traveling without walking, using things to communicate and connect the mind through the
that
consumption of various mycelia and mushroom folk. They also indulge in this as part of their ceremonies, and it has changed the mind of many fine folk to be a little bit queer, shall we say. Not anything untoward, just a different way of seeing, I suppose.
okay. All right, so we're going to stay here. I'm going to check out your tree, and then we're going to have a chat with Vitreous and Lauren. Yeah.
Yes, we should
And
take your advice, your advice, Owen Cobbler of Modern Sal. We shall heed your words.
I would
Thank you.
also suggest if you're not sure on anyone, just give them a squeeze. The shoulder's probably best because that's like a nice bony bit you can get a decent handful. And if they're squidgy and they feel like pudding and not like person, then you're in trouble.
Then run away.
Although they can't open doors.
I think that's more our luck than their skill. So don't
Shaq
ignore
is
that.
completely
Ignore that.
convinced now. I love it.
It was amazing. Every single one we met so far. It's like big open windows, huge doors. I can't work these limbs.
Just like how's it got the opposable
He's used to
thumb?
hands.
Yeah,
He's
the
got-
catch
He's
and
used to
the
having
down.
5 fingers, 4
Yeah.
fingers of the thumb. And now he's got 26 things. They're going. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, the
It's like
slap
that
at the
one
door. Yeah.
Have you seen Monsters versus Aliens?
Yeah.
Where that lady's only got like half a thumb, and she's like, "No thumbs!" And she's trying to open the church door where it's like the lamp and
Relaxed.
the-
Yeah.
Hey, that gets me every time. That's how I feel like that's how I see these tentacles.
That's like your sister though. Your sister hasn't got a joint in her thumb.
No, she doesn't. It's really weird. She can't bend her thumbs.
That's weird.
Mhm.
Probably very annoying.
It's hilarious.
Before we go on, I am running out of steam, folks.
Yeah, we get that.
You can do your own thing over there. But I will end the session there before you go in, and then we'll do all the checks and rolls and things in the next game. Okay.
Okay, cool.